Alright, hello everyone, trust you are doing well. In this video we'll be looking at another interesting method of drawing ellipse, and the method is ellipse by eccentricity method. Eccentricity method for the construction of ellipse. We have an example that we'll be looking at together in this video. The question says draw an ellipse when the distance of focus from the directrix is equal to 40 mm and eccentricity is 2/3. Now in this case we are given the directrix for the ellipse, then the eccentricity, which is 2/3, and the distance of the focus from the directrix is 40. So I'm going to be doing that now. In this a total different method of construction of ellipse, in the sense that we are not given the major axis and the minor axis, so we can use the eccentricity method to get our ellipse. Then when we are done, we can get out the major axis and the minor axis if the question requests or require us to do so. So let's quickly do this now. So I'm going to draw a horizontal line this way. Okay, then I will draw the directrix from any point this way, like this. Then let me bring this line down. Let me drop this line, this vertical. So this is our directrix. This is the directrix, and we are told that the distance from the directrix to the focus, so we are going to be getting the focus. The distance from the directrix to the focus, we are told, is 40. So I'll measure 40, which is 4 centimeter. So this will give me that. So I'm going to draw a vertical from that point. From this point now, produce this line this way. So let me drop this line further. Alright, so this becomes the focus. So this is my focus F. Alright, so we are told that the distance of focus from directrix is equal to 40, which we have well drawn out now, and eccentricity is 2/3. So we are going to be picking the distance from the directrix to the focus, okay, which is that 40. We are going to be dividing that into 5. The total number, the addition of the ratio, that is 2 plus 3, which is 5. Okay, so I'm going to be dividing that now into 5. I will quickly use method of line division for that now. Then take this compass, step off 5 times. 1, 2, 5 this way. Then I will join the last part to the focus, like we have here. Then take the set square, draw parallels this way. This way, and then this way. So we have divided that into the number of the total number of the ratio, which is 5. Now we are going to be picking to get the vertex for the ellipse. So we are going to be having two vertices. Then we have one here. This is 1, 2. So 2, we take 2, 1 2. This is 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so it's ratio 2 to 3. So this is 1 2 from the focus backward that way. So this gives us the first vertex V1. Okay, and I'll produce a vertical. I'm using this inner side of the set square as my center point, reference point. Move it to the vertex. So you have this. Alright, so this is the first vertex for the ellipse. So the next thing I'm going to do from the vertex now, this vertex, extend my compass to the focus. I'm going to produce an arc to cut the vertex line this way, like this, as I'm doing it this way. So it cuts it at this point here. Okay, so let's call this point where it cut it. Let's call this point A. Let's call this point A. Alright, so what I'm going to do now, from the directional line, from this directrix, I'm going to draw a line, produce a line to pass through this point A, extending it, okay, like this. So from this point, extending it that way, as you can see. Okay, from this point, okay, from this directrix, we draw a line passing through this point A that way. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do now, from the focus here, from this focus now, I'm going to be drawing at angle 45 degree. Okay, this is 90 degrees. So if I produce at 45 degree to intercept this line coming from this directrix, okay, this is what I mean, at 45 degrees. So I'll put my set square this way. I'm using this inner line as a reference point. Okay, so I'll move it to the focus this way, move it to the focus this way. Alright, so I'm going to produce the line now. Alright, so I have the line drawn that way. So I'm going to draw the line until it intercepts this line. Okay, thin line. So I'll produce the line further. That way. Then I will continue this line as well. Both must intercept like that. Okay, so we see where both line intersects now. This is the point of intersection. So from this point of intersection now, I'm going to be producing a vertical. You can see this point of intersection, I'll produce a vertical or perpendicular line downwards. Okay, so how do I have this? Okay, let me quickly do this now. So let's fix this set square this way. I'm using this inner side as my reference, so I will just adjust it until it gets to this point. Okay, so I will use it to produce a, okay, and like I have here, if it's not meeting it, so I can use my t-square. Okay, just use our t-square as the base. Okay, we fix this way, then move it to the point. You can see it can be easily drawn this way now. Move it to the point now, this point, so I'll produce the line down like that. So we just drop the line further. I'll drop the line further till it meets this point. So you can see this point where it meets this point, where it meets the horizontal line. Okay, that will be my V2. That is the second vertex. So the ellipse, we have two vertices. This is V1 and this is V2, meaning now that the major axis is from this V1 to V2. okay, which we are going to be measuring later, though the question did not ask us to get that point out. All right, so we have that now. So the next thing we are going to be doing now from this point now, we are going to randomly divide from this point. This is my 1 now. So we are going to randomly divide V1 to V2 into any number of parts. So the parts may not necessarily be equidistant or be equal. Now we have 1 already. Okay, this is 1. You know, this ought to be 2. This is my V2 now. So we have 1. So I can just randomly do that. This is 2. Now I can call this 2. Then have this as 3. Then have this as 4. Have this as 7. It doesn't have to be equal. Then have this as 8. Have this as 9. Then have this place as 10. So the next thing I'm going to do from each of the points now, I'm going to produce a vertical or perpendicular. Okay, from this one now, produce a that way. I will drop the line later, so just keep moving this way. Okay, then go to 3. Nice. Have that. Go to 4. 9. Then I have 10 now. So we have 10. So what I'm going to do now, let me further drop the line now. Very easy to drop the line since I've been able to get the point. Okay, so we have this. Okay, this is the second vertex. Okay, so we have all the lines, all the points drawn out now, all the lines drawn out now. Okay, so I will just come here. This is 1. So where this 1 intersects the line coming from this point now, from this point, you can see where it intersects it. So let's give that 1 prime. Then we do same for 2 prime. Then this is 3 prime. Then we have 4 prime, 9 prime, and then 10 prime here, as you can see. All right, so where it made this, so this is our 10 prime. Okay, so we have that now. I'll call this point, let's call this point now, this is our point B. Okay, so the next thing we are going to be doing now, I'm going to pick, so I'm going to be picking this. I'll start with 1. I'll pick 1 to 1 now. You can see 1 to 1. This is 1 to 1. Okay, I'll place on the focus. On the focus, I will make an arc. You can see make an arc here, both up and down. Okay, sorry, I didn't draw the line 1. I didn't drop the line 1. So if I drop the line 1 now, so this is our point. So this is the first point where we are going to be getting. So the next thing, we follow the same procedure. I'm going to pick 2 to 2 now. 2 to 2. So we'll be doing like that till we get to 10. 2 to 2. Place on the focus. Okay, so I'm going to strike the line 2. Be careful. Make sure it's the line 2 you are striking. Okay, so this is the line 2. Okay, then I'll pick 3 to 3. Always place at the focus. Okay, so this is 3 to 3. I'll place on the focus. strike line 3, as you can see. So it will be giving us, we'll be getting the ellipse drawn out that way with each of the points. So for now, this is for, go back to the focus, always put at the focus. So this next one, okay, we have it this way, both up and down. Okay, and move it down so we can see that. Then we'll go to 5 now. We'll do that all across, then place on the focus. So we have that. Then 6 next, 6 and 6 prime, place on the focus like this, mark for 6 this way. Hope you can see that. Then 7 now and 7 prime, then place on the focus, mark line 7 both up and down, as you can see. Then 8 next, which is on the point 8, you can see this. Then place on the focus, then strike this. Hope you can see the points. Then we do for 9, place on the focus. We have this, as you can see. Then we do for 10. Okay, then place on the focus, always come back to the focus. Then we have this, you can see. So this is the second point, meaning now that these are the points. We have this point, this point, this point, this point, this point, this point, like this. These are all the points where we are going to join. Then we have all of this. So we have this, 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 this, and then this. So the next thing for me to do now is just to take my curve, either the French curve, you can use your French curve. We join the points together, okay, taking note of the turning point, okay, or you can use flexible curve, flexible ruler, or broom to get the curve out. So I'm going to quickly do that now. So here we have our curve neatly, the ellipse neatly drawn out, okay, with the major axis now and the minor axis. So I hope this is clear. So once you have been able to do that, just get your flexible curve to draw out the curve. Okay, thank you very much for staying tuned.